Hey, welcome back to Sports Central, and joining me in the studio once again, former Dodger first baseman James Loney. James, thank you for coming back. It's always good to have you here.
You know, it's always a pleasure being back in studio with you.
Thank you. Well, the Blue Crew's magic number is down to 7 to win the West, but they have looked a little bit vulnerable lately. They've lost 6 of their last 10 games, James, including a series loss to the New York Yankees. So Hyun-Jin Ryu and Clayton Kershaw were getting a reality check in their last starts against the Bronx Bombers, each giving up 3 home runs, and Ryu 7 earned in his loss to the Yankees. So James, could this have maybe a lasting effect if both pitchers face New York maybe in the World Series?
You know, knowing those guys, I know how competitive they are, and the last time, you know, they faced these guys, they were just missing their spots. Those were the home runs they were giving up, and, you know, for them, if they can just hit their spots in the playoffs, they're going to be great. And obviously coming off the World Series the last 2 years, they're hungry for it.
You know, but there's a mental side to baseball, of course. So knowing that these guys had your number before, does that not come into play? Or maybe it says, hey, you know, they saw us and now we just know where we need to tweak.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know Kershaw, you know, more than Ryu, and I just know the fire he has in his belly to get back out there. He's going to break down video all day and try to attack these weaknesses of these hitters.
Yeah, do you think it could come down to Yankees-Dodgers?
I'd love to see that. I wanted to be a part of that. Yeah, I wanted to be a part of that so bad when I was there. Just the electricity in both stadiums. So, you know, I'll be there for sure.
Yeah. Well, clubs are expanding their rosters, including the Dodgers, for that postseason run. Blue Crew calling up Gavin Lux from the minors. He's expected to make his major league debut tomorrow when the Dodgers host the Rockies. Could the kid have an impact? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him swinging a little bit on YouTube. You know, that's how you got to get all the video now from some of the minor leagues. But he hits the ball everywhere. Right there, you saw a nice, you know, powerful swing to right field. That pitch was actually up, too, elevated. There's a pitch going to left center. So when you can spray the field like that and hit the ball hard everywhere, you know, it's going to be a tough out for the pitchers. And he's new, so I think he'll get some pitches to hit early on, and then they'll try to adjust accordingly.
Adjust accordingly. Now, if you were to have a moment to give him some advice, stepping onto the big stage tomorrow in his debut, what would you tell him?
I mean, I always say have fun, but that's a little generic. You know, for me, it's like, hey, go out there and make an impact. You know, you have a uniform on for a reason. I think that's how I always approached it. And believe in yourself. Like, it's the same game. You know, they're still throwing strikes, so go out there and, you know, let it rip.
And after that first at-bat, is that when you kind of settle in?
I think so. I mean, everybody's different. Yeah. You know, I took the mentality, my first at-bat was against John Smoltz, and I was just like, you know what, like, I'm better than this guy. Even
How'd that go for you?
I walked. He was scared of me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was so scared of me. You know, he looked up my AAA stats. So, and then I ended up getting a hit off of him. We had a funny story. He wanted to play me in horse. We ended up doing that. It's on video. It's online.
Oh, yeah?
And I beat him. So.
Oh, okay. Well, your buddy, catcher Russell Martin, has proven himself to be a pretty versatile player for the Dodgers. He's made 4 appearances on the mound in either wins or losses, usually lopsided, for the Blue Crew. But 10 of 16 pitches have been for strikes. And he's given up 2 hits, struck out 2 batters, and 4 innings pitched. James, I know you're passionate about this one. What do you think about position players pitching in blowout games?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I always wanted to do it. I just got a chance to do it in AAA. But, I mean, he's a hockey player. He's from Canada. You know, he's a competitor. And he's a catcher, you know, so he knows scouting reports. He knows tendencies of hitters. Look at Justin Turner right there just laughing at these guys. And it's really a lose-lose situation for the hitter because you get a hit, all your teammates are like, you know, it's like beating your little brother in a game. Like, you don't get any props for that. And, you know, if you take him, or, you know, if you take him deep, it's just not that big of a deal for the teammates.
And then if he strikes you out.
Yeah, and then you're going to be razzed for a day. They're going to put, you know, the blogs, all that kind of stuff on your locker and let you know about it for sure.
You think Russell enjoys it when he goes on the mound?
Oh, I know he loves it.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't even look like he's trying to throw that hard, and he's hitting 90. So I know with little training, he'd definitely get it to like 93.
Jeez, man. All right, time for one more break, but we can't say goodbye without our final ticks. There was a shack attack at a recent concert. We'll have those details when we come back. Shack attack. Well, if you ever happen to find yourself in a mosh pit, look out for the big fella, Kcal O'Neal, the Big Diesel, the life of the party, wherever he goes.
DJ Big Diesel, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he DJs.
But you gotta have good deodorant to be doing that, and I'm sure he does. So.
Yeah, this was at a weekend music festival. I think it's safe to say that no one tried to hack a shack. What do you think, James?
No chance. They're just happy that he's there. You know, they're like, hey, man, come to the party.
All right, well, here's a new one. A mascot flagged for a penalty. Referees were not amused when the mascot for the Jackson State Tigers ran onto the field to celebrate a touchdown. Wavy Dave, the mascot, flagged for excessive celebration and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with that because as long as he didn't break the code for mascots not talking, I'm good with it.
Right,
as long as he didn't
right.
say like, hey, my name's Wavy Dave, I'm good.
Don't you ever try and get them out of character? Like, I try to talk to mascots just to see if they'll talk back to me.
Yeah, I try to just ask him like random questions,
Yeah.
like, hey, what's your favorite food? You know.
Where's the bathroom? How do I go? Guys, that's going to do it for us. James, great to have you again. I hope you'll join us again soon. And have a great week, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you.
Good night.